Good day. It's Mariana here from Wellness with Love. And today we want to discuss our brand new COVID immunity boxes. We are planning to launch it in July, so in this month. And we just want to actually explain more about what is in the boxes and why we believe you should be using it at this time. I have my sister Hannake with me. She's one of the founders of Wellness with Love and also the one that's done most of the research as to what should go into a COVID immunity box. Hanneke, this is not only for when you have COVID, am I right? You actually should be having this all the time.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is all the products in the box is absolutely only products to build your immunity for any disease or illness, common colds, flu. I mean, we just call it the COVID box now because that is the main thing that makes everybody sick at this stage. But my opinion is that all of these supplements during winter, you need to, in any event, up your intake of all of these supplements, and you should probably you should take it during the whole year, maybe not to that extent.
Yeah.
But during the winter and now with COVID times, you need to definitely make sure you take those supplements and up the intake a little bit than what you normally would.
Okay, so and what exactly is in our COVID box and why did you decide to put it in there?
Yeah, it's quite a lot of controversy on the internet and social media on what builds immunity, but there has been a lot of research on quite a few supplements that over the years has shown that it definitely builds your immunity and helps you. There is a few other supplements as well that will also help but doesn't have the same extent. So what we've decided to put in this box is vitamin C, which everybody knows builds your immunity and also helps you to get over your sickness quicker. Vitamin D3, zinc, which is also very important for your immunity, and then echinacea, which some people know that it builds your immunity. You get the little droplets that you can use. We've also put in astragalus, which is a herb that has been used for 1,500 years by the Chinese, and they believe that that is one of the best immunity building supplements that you get.
And you
And then the
tasted
last,
it and it works for you.
I used it and it worked for me. Also in the box is elderberry. You don't get elderberry, you get syrups and stuff, but lots of them have others. So we've decided on elderberry tea, which is quite pleasant to drink as well. So that would help with that. I used all of those products. I gave it to my family. I gave it to my children.
And you just actually recovered, or you busy recovering from having COVID yourself? You just had COVID in your family. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting few weeks. My husband was the first one to get it, and a few days later, I also started getting symptoms and was tested positive for COVID. During this time, we've upped our intake of all of these supplements for the whole family. My husband recovered after 3 or 4 days. I was sick for the full 14 or 15 days. And then the kids never had any symptoms, although afterwards we tested them for antibodies, and both of them tested that they did have COVID, but they didn't show any symptoms. But we've also, during this time, upped their intake of these supplements as well, which I believe helped for them to not get any symptoms as well.
So we put your entire testimony of how you went through COVID on the website under testimony on the blog, which is not live yet today, but it will be live when we launch our COVID box. So depending on when you watch this video, you'll be able to read it there. But the main thing was that actually what you realized is that COVID attacks the part in your body that has got a weak point. Am I right? And in your case, it was your stomach. But people have different weak points. Some people, it attacks the lungs, the heart, or different places. Am I right?
Correct, yes. Yeah, and I think what's important, um, it doesn't matter where COVID attacks your body, wherever that point is, the better your immunity, the better your body are able to cope with that attack on your weak point.
Yeah.
So if you build your immunity, that's definitely the first step in the fight.
Yeah, and the other thing is that we find that a lot of supplements in the shops have got fillers in it, have got other substances in them that are not actually so good for us. And
Yeah,
that
for
is,
example, the vitamin C, if you buy vitamin C tablets, it's quite pleasant and it's got an orange flavor. And if you look at the ingredients, it's got a little bit of vitamin C and then sugar and preservatives and all those nice things that makes it taste nice. But then at the end, you lose. And also with this whole commercial production process, it is so the vitamin C is so processed that it's so far from the food state that your body doesn't absorb as much of it as
yeah.
if it is in a better quality, more food state supplement.
Yeah. And in this case, it's almost like when you are taking those supplements filled with all these other things, you almost should have left it. And because that's the same thing, because we say, okay, I'm not going to buy this thing that's a little bit more expensive, but it's actually all natural because this one's cheaper. But you are really, really defying the point here, right? That is why we're so
Definitely.
passionate about going all natural and why Hannake has done so many years of research about this and realized that the things that we put into our body is actually what keeps us well and what makes us well. It's not a quick fix, unfortunately, but if we start today by looking what we put into our bodies and what we put onto our bodies as beauty products and use in our homes, if we can start substituting those horrible things that's been made in factories with all these substances, some of them don't even state on the packaging that it's in there, then we can start creating health for ourselves for the future on a long-term basis. It's not a quick fix.
Yeah, and I think what a lot of people's problem is that it's so easy to buy the cheap products at your local store, but let's say you pay 100 rand for your one supplement, it is so processed that you only get 10% value for your 100 rand. Where if you pay 150 rand for a better quality supplement, for example, you get 80% benefit out of that. So then your 150 rand, you pay 134, but you
Yes.
get 130 rands worth of value where you
So you
only get
almost need to
20 rands
pay
value
80
for your
times
100
more
rand.
of this cheap product to get the same effect.
Definitely. Well, if you ever get the same effect.
Yeah, because now you're pumping all these other negative things. And the thing is, we all know so many people struggle with health problems that the doctors almost trying to get rid of the symptoms, but they're struggling and they know that it's not working. These medicines are not actually healing them. The problem and the symptoms are not going away. And one of the best way to get rid of symptoms is actually to go back to basics. Start at the basic level and then start with natural products into your body. And our COVID immunity box is our starting point. We are planning to roll out other subscription boxes, monthly boxes where you can get your food basics for gluten-free, sugar-free supplements, beauty products, different things that we're going to roll out over the months. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our mailing list where we're going to let you know when we launch our COVID immunity box. If you haven't subscribed, I'll put the links below. And go and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Join our community where we're going to also educate and show you why it's better to use a certain product or a certain thing. For instance, the plastic that we're trying to limit, because when you put fluids into plastic, as Hannake explained in the previous videos, actually is an endocrine disruptor, right?
Correct, yes. Yeah. So your hormones get all crazy.
Yeah, so we also make sure that the supplements don't just come in plastic bottles or in if it's any liquid, it shouldn't be in a plastic bottle. That's the kind of things that we're going to look at when we choose the products that go into our boxes, and every product that will be tested by us before we put it in a box. And you are going to save on ordering these things from all these different suppliers because you can't actually find all of this in one place. So now Hanneke actually literally has to order one thing from one supplier and pay the delivery fee, whereas now we actually include the delivery fee in our box prices, so you're not paying for the delivery, and you're going to actually get a better deal when you order this, and it's all packaged for you, everything giving you the exact amounts that you should take. It's also kids friendly, and one box is enough to last an adult person for a month, for 30 days. Am I right, Hanneke?
Yes, yes.
So you will then obviously decide how many people you have in your family and buy your boxes according to that. We will give you a discount if you order more than one box. So please go and have a look on our website, more details on our COVID immunity boxes, and join our community and join our mailing list. And we are going to keep on making videos like this where we're going to explain to you the benefit about going all natural, about going allergen free, preservative free, so that you can also start to see the benefits in your health. So I greet you all and I thank you for listening.
And style.